Hi everyone, I'm Tanas from foreverconscious.com and this is your weekly energy forecast for the week of April 24th. So we are in eclipse season, and this week on April 30th we have the first eclipse of the year, the first eclipse portal of 2022. This is a new moon solar eclipse. It falls in the sign of Taurus. I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute though, because I want to talk about what happens the day before this eclipse. And on the 29th of April, we have Pluto stationing retrograde. This is our first major planet in retrograde for quite a while. We have had a lot of forward moving energy in the cosmic skies, and now Pluto will station retrograde and will be one of the first major planets to go retrograde in quite a while. So we have a little bit more reflective energy starting to filter through the cosmic skies. All the cosmic energy has been moving forward, very strongly forward moving energy, and now we're starting to get a little bit more reflective. Energy is starting to slow down a little bit more. We're being encouraged to go within a little more, internalize a little bit more. That's this sort of essence of retrograde energy. A lot of people think that retrogrades are kind of the negative expression of the planet, or worse, we're worse off when planets are in retrograde. It's really not true. It's just more of a reflective energy. Instead of energy moving forward, we're kind of being required to go back, go within, look over things, contemplate a little bit before making those forward movements ahead. To add to the retrograde energy, we're actually going to have Mercury going retrograde in the first part of May. Mercury has already started to slow down in preparation for that retrograde. The retrograde will actually happen right in between the two eclipses. So this is going to be maybe a little funky energy, because we'll be in this moment of transformation. That time between two eclipses is a highly transformative time. And then to add that sort of reflective, needing to look back, needing to go within energy of Mercury retrograde, that can be a little bit funky, a little different in terms of the energetic vibrations that we're feeling. So that will definitely be something to feel into, to think about as we lean into it, as we get closer to it. But this week we have that Pluto retrograde on the 29th, and then we'll have the solar new moon eclipse, and that falls in the sign of Taurus. I did sort of touch on this eclipse last week. However, I'll go into a little bit more detail because it is happening this week, and this is when we're really likely to feel the brunt of these energies. So this particular eclipse, when I was looking into it, the key word that spoke to me, or that I sort of saw when I looked at the chart, was opportunity. It felt like there was just a lot of opportunity surrounding this eclipse. On a more sort of traditional astrological viewpoint, there is a lot of abundant opportunity around this eclipse. So the opportunity comes from my intuition, and then looking at the chart from a more sort of traditional astrology, there is just a lot of planets in alignment that signify abundance. And so you could really see more abundance coming into your life under this eclipse. You might feel, money matters might be on your mind, or not even just financial abundance, but any type of abundance, abundance of health, and an abundance of feeling secure, whatever type of abundance you want to bring into your life. This eclipse will really be in support of that. And part of that reason is because Jupiter and Venus will be in alignment at the time of this eclipse. And Venus, being the ruler of Taurus, the natural ruling planet of Taurus, that energy is really amplified. Venus and Jupiter coming together in the sky is one of the sweetest cosmic alignments we can have. And then couple that with the eclipse energy, and it's sort of magnified. It's that energy is intensified, and we can really tap into it. We can really feel it with a greater strength. So Venus and Jupiter coming together is sort of the cosmic signature for abundance, and that is why this energy is there is so much abundance on offer for us, and there is so much opportunity to bring that energy into your life. It's really important to keep in mind that you are already abundant. That is already your energy, your energetic field is already aligned with abundance. You just have to remember that. You just have to align with that. You just have to know that you're worthy to receive. Under a solar eclipse, it's because the solar eclipse always falls on a new moon, and new moons are generally a great time to do manifestation work, set intentions, because they're the start of a new cycle. We can kind of think about what we want to call in. Under a solar eclipse, it's not really necessary to do that. Eclipses are so powerful, they're so potent. A solar eclipse is kind of like a new moon times 100, and they are points in the year where our soul contract is activated, where the hand of fate comes down and puts us where we need to be. So I feel any type of manifestation or intention setting can kind of just get in the way of what the universe has in store for you. What we can think for ourselves is nothing. It's a fraction of what the universe, of what our soul knows is best for us, knows is part of our path and our higher purpose. So I think on an eclipse, there's a power in sort of sitting back and staying open to those opportunities as and when they come forward. So under this eclipse, there's not really a need to do any manifestation or intention setting unless you want to, unless you feel called. Go with your own intuition. But there definitely is this energy that's really supporting putting us where we need to be. So we don't really have to worry too much about manifesting. The one thing that we can do, and the one place that I would like you to kind of focus your attention, is opening yourself up to receiving, knowing that you're worthy to receive the abundance and the opportunity and the gifts that this eclipse brings. Knowing that you are worthy, that you deserve it, regardless of what is going on in your life, regardless of how positive you are worthy of it. And then the other thing I want you to try to keep in mind is just keeping your vibration lifted, looking for the opportunity again, no matter what does come your way, trying to hold that peace that knows, okay, you know what, this is a difficult situation, but this is putting me where I need to be. There's something my soul needs to learn. There's something I need to recognize from where I am right now. And maybe I can't get there, but at least I can hold that as a truth, that there's some purpose to what is unfolding in my life right now. So I hope that's helpful for you guys. We have, some retrograde energy coming in there with Pluto. We have this eclipse. Mercury goes retrograde after that. So there is a lot of energy brewing in our cosmic skies, but I hope this kind of gives you something to go in with, keeping that vibration lifted, keeping yourself open to receiving, focusing on abundance, focusing on gratitude too. If you struggle with, how do I open to abundance? What does that look like? Gratitude, finding things that you feel grateful for. And as always, I have a ritual to guide you under this eclipse. I will drop a link below, but of course you can find it at foreverconscious.com. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you next week.